Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be showing you how to carry on Amumu jungle for season 12, and I'm also going to be showing you a 73% win rate niche Amumu jungle carry build with smite and ignite, aftershock, fawn of life, with conditioning, unflinching, secondary runes. You're going to want to take cheap shot and ultimate hunter. We're going to be starting with our bot lane for the best leash possible, rushing Sunfire Aegis, and Agony's Embrace into Thornmail. This build only really works if you manage to stay alive till 6 and don't fall behind. It tempos super hard. We're up against the Skarner, so this is actually a really good matchup. You shouldn't be able to solo us. Most junglers can't solo you as long as you have Ignite on Amumu. If they jump on you, you get to land your stun for free. So even like Xin Zhao, if he gets on you, if you're both equal HP and you have Ignite, you'll most likely win the encounter as long as they're landing your stuns. Getting a nice little leash. If you're not going to get a leash, make sure you start E and solo start on Wraps or Wolves. If you get a leash on one of your buffs, just start W. It's more efficient. I'm going to pull him out. Then we'll get our E. Gromp heals you a lot, the lower on health you are anyways. Use my smite to pull it to us. And we'll be moving on to our Wolves. You should burn out from there. The enemy team is very melee heavy. It's going to be good for our Rs. As long as we tank and land our CC, we'll be fine in team fights. I need to land my CC on the Brand because he can shred us super hard. Their team is super AD heavy. They're all AD except for Brand. He needs to be the first one to die. You can Q over walls just like so. Get to your camp faster. Amumu takes Raptors the fastest out of really any camp. Kind of like a Kayn in that aspect because of his E going on lower cooldown per hit getting hit. You can even turn on your W in midair while you're flying with your Q. You can do a full clear on Amumu. You will be taking a lot of damage. We can do a 315 full clear here, pretty sure. Smite's coming back up. We had a solid leash, so it should be possible. We're going to save Smite for the Krugs. Big Krug does more damage than red buff anyways. Very nice. Almost a 315. It's going to be a bit longer. That's all right. Amumu scales really nicely into level 6. That was about a 317 full clear. With a decent amount of HP left over. We'll push into Scuttle. Should be able to solo Skarner. We're going to get another point in our E. Very bursty. Also makes you tanky. We win this. We have Ignite. He literally loses this. Yeah, he's a goner. I held on to my second cube because he was still in range for me to auto attack him. Stun him out again with my E. He tried to finish us off. He didn't quite have enough damage. He bonked us with an auto attack in his Q. That's what his burn damage was from his passive. Amumu with flash is still decent. You're going to have to concede a lot of scuttles and a lot of 1 versus 1s in the early game. If we didn't have Ignite, we wouldn't have been able to solo Skarner. And there's a lot of in-between champions that aren't particularly amazing early game that you wouldn't normally be able to solo. Like, let's say an Evelynn or a Kayn. But if you have Ignite and they don't, you'll win it by default and it'll be super consistent. We're starting to see that more and more. Same thing with Sejuani jungle. Running Ignite on her is pretty standard now. It's her highest win rate summoner spell. It's going Smite Ignite. Put out a video on that. Sejuani's a little more consistent than Amumu. Her ganks. She doesn't have a real skill shot on her. Well, her dash is a skill shot, but even if they flash it, you still close distance on them. With Amumu, they can juke it, and then you don't get to close any distance, which is generally why you want to get into melee before you Q, if that is an option. That's why we try to come up behind the enemies. Looks like Skarner took Scuttle recently. Turn on our sweeper. This is warded. I'll take the cutoff route. Brand is out of mana. He's so dead here. We're going to hold on to our Qs. Since we're in melee, there's no reason to use them. He could just potentially flash it and get away. Got the wave shoved in. Should crash. Whenever you have a successful gank, try to take the minions. You don't have to get the last hits if your teammate is there. Just make sure you get the XP. You both get 80% of the total, and that helps you hit. As a jungler, it's super pivotal. It helps you hit your level 6 before 7:30, which is the goal. For each camp, ideally, you're going to get to it with your Q. Save yourself a little bit of time. It's also a good escape route. If you're being chased by someone, you can hop over to an enemy minion or monster. He was gonna miss it. Hopefully he understands that. Some people will get really mad if you do stuff like that. Be ashamed to let that cannon go to waste. Level 6, 6 minutes in. That's freaking amazing. We are level 6 and so is Action. I can't believe he's level 6. We have more CS. And we've leached a lot of minions too. We'll walk up to the Yasuo here. Skarner's only level 4. Stun him out of that. Gonna arm. Gonna stun him again. He has nowhere to go. I think he has flash, but he wasn't gonna be able to get away. Since he didn't know where I was and he was standing still hitting something, we led in with Q, then we can auto attack E, R, then auto again, and then Q. Basically, we kept him in an infinite CC chain while still mixing in auto attacks and other abilities while he's CC'd to maximize our damage. He's in a really tough spot now. I'm gonna get another scuttle. He's gonna go for his red buff, my blue buff's up. Also, you can smite in midair when you're traveling. Something to think about. Let's go mid. Gangplank's under turret. We're gonna cross out wide so they don't see us on the mini map. You don't want to show yourself if you don't have to. Makes it really hard to gank. Should only ever go to gank if you're 100% sure it's going to be a kill for you and your team. Otherwise, it's pretty pointless. The only exception to that is if you're playing at D1 or higher, depending on your champion, your jungle champ, it can be worth it if you get the flash. But if you're not playing at least D1, regardless of your champion, if you don't think the gank's going to be a kill, it's a waste of your time. What a lot of laners don't understand is sometimes they think you should just stand there so they can CS instead of them recalling. It's the most bizarre thing. We'll take this. Our R's still on a cooldown. We might stay. If we back, our R is going to be ready to use and we won't be using it. Every time it's up, we want to be using it. Such easy kills. Skarner's in the area. Yeah, he's in that bush. I don't know where the mid laner is. I might have to back here. Get my Sunfire Aegis and then we can build into boots. I wish my Oracles was up. Yeah, it's worded. I can't really close in on this. They're too close to turret. Hit him with my E. I don't have red smite. Kind of need a teammate here. Got him with our ignite. Hit him with a Q again into E. Look at that damage. We have equal items too. He actually has more items than I had there. Dude, I gotta get out of here. Where's my teammates at? I was gonna escape to Dragon. It would have been spicy. GP smacked us down with his R and ignite. He also landed his barrel slow, which was a little surprising. I didn't think he was gonna be able to get off that third barrel chain. Queuing to Dragon's a really good escape tool because by the time Dragon reacts to your damage, you'll Q to it and then it will knock you out this way. So it pushes you really far away from the enemies. And we could have also smited it for health. He just died too fast there. Really unfortunate. I kind of thought a teammate was going to rotate since I've been fighting Skarner for like 6 or 7 seconds. And then Gangplank was there, but no one came. I needed to keep closer tabs on how their fight was going. I debated myself a bit. I'll go top here in a second. I wanted to get my red smite before we do. Blue smite is good on Amumu. Red smite's much better for soloing people. And the whole point of this build is to be able to solo at least the enemy jungler, if not everyone on the enemy team for most of the duration of the game. Obviously, in the true late game, you're not going to be able to solo most likely an AD carry or a bruiser. But early mid game, you should be able to solo pretty much everyone with your ignite and red smite. He doesn't have full item yet. We'll walk into him. Got our W on. He's going to win wall my thing. He reacted too slow. He's reacting really slow to my stuff. I'm kind of out of mana. And Skarner has R right now. He's not doing any damage to me, so it looks like he's going to back off. Action's no longer playing top because he's fed. It's putting me in a weird spot. I don't want to have to catch his waves. As a jungler, you only get increased mana regen when you're in the jungle or river. I can't just stay there and shove waves. Yasuo is really low. If I had Ignite, this would be really free, but he might win wall my Q and then I'll end up underneath his turret. It'd be really bad for us. Stun him out. Stun him out again. I wish my Q was up. Got his barrel. Got you, buddy. He's a goner. Auto attacks into Q. It's really hard to dodge when you're really close to them. The farther you're away, the bigger the delta for their reaction time to your Q traveling, because your Q's not instant. It has a travel time, just like throwing a ball. It's harder to catch something the closer it is to your face, and honestly, the bigger something is, it can actually make it harder to catch if you can't get your hands around it. If a large object comes at you. The size, there really is a sweet spot. It's directly correlated to your hand size. I guess you could kind of catch it into your body, like into a shoulder or something, but it's not really how I mean catch. I mean like actually catching it with your hands. Anyways, we're going in. Bada boom. Don't land the Q. Action got the kill without us. He's gonna keep going. I gotta back him up just in case Skarner R's. Action's doing some ridiculous damage. That champion's so strong when he's ahead. Super, super mobile. Ridiculously high damage output. He's only playing for kills though. We could still lose this game. Yasuo's getting the free farm. I might have to get Thornmail second item instead of Demonic Embrace. Might actually have to do that. If I'm gonna have to solo the Yasuo, we'll see. Got a red buff, getting my mana back. We could definitely dive bot lane. Philios found himself under the turret for way too long. I think we're about to walk into Caitlyn. Yeah, she already walked past me. I think we can kill Bran, just gotta focus him. Oh, geez, that's not good. Yeah, he's dead. I actually had him with my burn. That causes a little bit of a kill still. I'm out of mana, I gotta leave. It's really nice having that extra true damage. My Red Smite and Ignite are doing an insane amount of damage over time, true damage. It's catching the enemies out. Boy, we are out of mana. We'll take Blue Gromp same time. Nice action. Got the GP. Looks like Yasuo got our top turret. That kind of sucks. The only way their team could come back is if Bran got really fed, because he could tear me up. I'm our team's only engage tool. They have more engage options, I think, than we do. Our team is more defensive champions like Yuumi and 𝗕𝘂𝐻𝐿. Action's not a very good engage champ. He's more kind of like an AD Katarina. If he's the first one to go and he's going to die instantly, he has to let someone else on his team generally go in first. We're really close to our Agni's Embrace. Looks like they took my Raptors. Sucks. For your boots, you're going to go Plated or Merc Treads normally. Sorc Shoes suck on Amumu. Need teammates. I debated myself again. I thought they were going to come down here. I thought they were going to react, but I guess you kind of get a feel for it as the game goes on. Missed my Q. Really nasty miss. Yeah, that was interesting. Getting mugged 1 versus 2 like that, that's no fun. If I had my R and all my sums, I could kill Yas pretty quick. Just missing just about everything there. Alright, we're gonna get our played still caps. Our team's super AD heavy, and then we'll get our Agni's Embrace, and we're ready to Giga carry. You could even pick up a Dark Seal if you really wanted to. You're probably gonna die in team fights though. It's not uncommon. You're gonna be in there Giga tanking, and you're up really close on people. So if you do get the Dark Seal, Don't be surprised if you lose your stacks in team fights. Once Amumu goes in, it's kind of hard for him to get out. Unlike an Evelyn R or an Echo R, they can get out pretty easily. The 𝗕𝗲𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀 and Yuumi just got picked. I'm assuming that means the enemies probably don't have sums. It means 𝗕𝗏𝗃 R is most likely on cooldown. It looks like he's going to his topside jungle. Hope this isn't warded. Alright, cool. Got it. I like the blue buff. We'll make good use of that. Oh, this could be weird. Yeah, 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 is super underpowered. The item's okay, but it should honestly be way stronger than it is. I feel like they can't make it good because they're afraid of what Hecarim can do with it. It's literally just like a Hecarim nerf. Because when 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀's super strong, it makes Hecarim S+ tier, and the game's just not fun for anyone at that point. It runs you down, there's no counterplay. It does more damage, is faster and tankier. Why is nobody grouping? I have nothing to group on. Amumu, even with this build, you're a team fighter. Your whole kit's AoE except for your Q. Gotcha, buddy. Yasuo couldn't even play the game there. Got chunked down hard. I'm sure he enjoyed that. Even through his shield bow, dude. We killed him through shield bow. On tank Amumu. It's kind of legit. I'm gonna step past him. He landed the stun. That's not great. I'm actually kind of glad my Q didn't land. I definitely could have died there if that fight played out any farther. The only time you can actually solo disgusting OP bruiser champions like Yasuo is if your Ignite's up. If your Ignite's on cooldown, you have no chance. You need that fat heal cut and that sweet shrew damage to come through. Yasuo doing Yasuo things. He actually got a kill. A little surprised by that. And this isn't warded. We should probably get dragon. Nervous my teammates are about to end. 𝗕𝗏𝗃 R doesn't really do anything. Stun him, red smite him. He's moving pretty quick off his phase rush, so it was hard for our teammates to follow up with anything. They just laid Herald topside. We got to go stop that. We don't want them to get objective bounty gold. They're behind that little thing. It says they get objective bounty. They take a turret or really anything that's considered an objective or neutral objective. They'll get a big Riot Games welfare check. It's what makes scaling comps better for season 12 than scaling comps have ever been before, is this new objective bounty stuff. It's easier to come back than it's ever been in League's history, or at least close to it. I can't remember a time when it was easier to come back than it is now. He's in my jungle. I'm catching these minions. I don't really care if he gets my Krugs. Those minions were worth more than the Krugs were. Oh, he didn't take it. He was just trying to run. He was scared. He's going in on a 𝗕𝗲𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀. Is he gonna win that 1 versus 2? That's great. He actually won that 1 versus 2. That's gorgeous. Watching a Giga behind Yasuo do that. Good grief. We're gonna need to get Dragon Soul to win this game. Our action is one of the most fed. He's refusing to group. You get that sometimes though. Some teams just don't like to group. Like, it's kind of like when you want to play football, American football, the pigskin, and everyone wants to be the quarterback regardless of how bad they are at throwing a ball. League can be the same way sometimes, where everyone's just trying to do stuff solo. They don't want their teammates there, and they'll constantly run away from you. It can be frustrating. It doesn't happen every game though, so just live with it and try not to make the mistake yourself. Now that he's mid, I'm going to go group mid. I'll take this little portal to get there. I'll back him up. The enemies are going to flood into him, thinking they're going to get a sweet pick. Action's going a little deep. He gets R'd out, and he's about to give them shutdown. Yeah, they just got some shutdown gold. Oh, mamma mia. That's some damage right there, boys. I didn't even need to use my ignite. God, Amumu's so fun right now. I love Amumu and Sejuani with ignite. It makes sense why it's their higher win rates. That's what allows them to actually do things. Stunned him out. I just saved 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐈𝐾𝐋𝐒's life. Hey, let's go, baby. I wish my Q was up. Dude, I have nowhere to go to. If those minions were still there, I could have queued to them. That's such a shame. They got shut down gold off of me there. It wasn't worth what I did. Not worth it, even if it did look spicy. 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐿 and Yuumi, just, I don't even know. I feel like the enemies could chase and kill this. 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐿 is doing no damage right now. Skarner is an item and a half. 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐿 is 2 items. Brand's an item and a half. Caitlyn's 2 full items somehow. Oh, he brought me back to life. I was almost spawned in. Cool. That's why the action respawn mechanic, where if he kills the person who killed you, it'll respawn you back in. It's just usually not that good, because a lot of the times you'll almost be spawned back in anyways. So it's just not that good. We all thought it was going to be OP, but I don't really think Action's a very good champion. He has to have such a lead to do things. He doesn't have a single... I don't think he has any CC in his kit. He might have a slow. I don't even know if he has that. We're going to arm, red smite him. We're going to stun him out. And you're dead, Yasuo. Amumu is a massive anti-carry. He's like a tank fiddlesticks. As much CC as he's got. I don't know where that guy went. I kind of want that red buff, and we'll play for Drag Soul. They just buffed Hextech Dragon as well. It gives a little bit more than it used to of attack speed, and I think ability haste as well. We're going to want to break this pink ward so they don't see us doing this. If GP was a turd, he would R for that. Wouldn't really be worth it, but it'd be kind of funny. Can wait here for Dragon. And now we just need one more dragon after this one for soul. 4 dragons total. This is the 3rd. Caitlyn's on the split push. I swear, dude. 9 out of 10 games, if an 80 carries behind, they will sit on a split push. I didn't actually have my smite there. Dude, what just happened? What? Like, what was that? Why did a GP barrel do 800 damage to me when I have armor? I have 2 different armor items. Is that like a bug? It's outrageous. Not the best result. Kind of need the whole team to group, and I should have pulled it out since I didn't have smite. That was greedy of me. Got the full thorn mill now. Hopefully that'll make us tanky enough. We're gonna have to grab some magic resist. He brought back a 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐿 when the 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐿 was almost spawned back in. He didn't bring me back though. GP's the one who killed me. Yasuo's looking for the flank. Wow, 1 action auto almost just killed GP. Skarner's gonna drag him in the turret. Oh, that almost worked. Just needs to keep running. All we need is 1 team fight. 1 Amumu R, 1 team fight, then we win. They're so fed now. Gangplank has as many items as me. Less kills, less CS. That's what I don't like about objective bounty. Champion shutdown and objective bounty make it to where, like, no matter what the enemy scores look like, they can have just as much gold as you. It's a sad day. I don't know where this guy went. Could be anywhere. Gotta group back up with my team. Trying to stay close. while still not overcommitting since there's people missing out of the group. Really got to watch out for those powder kegs. Did 700 freaking damage. It's like 780. One of those hits us, it'd take us out of a team fight. Ooh. Almost. Action's finally... I think this is the first team fight he's come to. He's on his way, as long as I don't die. There he is. He's in the GP barrel. It's not good. Got a 2-man R. That was a solid R. We'll take it. What is this? Guys, please. Holy crap. That fight was messy. Caitlyn's the only one alive. Should be healing off a red buff. Where is Caitlyn? Was she in that fight? I feel like we could actually kill her right now because of the Thorn Mail. She's pretty far behind and she's building really weak armor penetration. As long as Yumi heals me, we should be able to get her. She might have rage quit. I don't know. It's kind of weird. We'll take this portal out. Gonna abandon the Yumi. Thank goodness I had Igniter. I wasn't gonna be able to kill that Yasuo. He's starting to hit his nasty power spike. Sometimes in team fights, you don't want to R immediately because you want to hit multiple people. You saw me walk around a little bit in that fight. I did a Q and an E, and then I walked away from Brand a little bit before I R'd because the circle is the circle around you, not around the enemies. So you have to position yourself accordingly. If you're only hitting one person Rs in team fights, that's not very good. You need to get at least 2. If you can consistently get 2 or more, you'll probably win the game. The odds are definitely on your side. Wow, that was balanced. I love seeing how much damage one auto attack can do. Oh, wow. All right. Nice job. Do you remember that that part where Riot said they don't think they have champions with overloaded kits? You guys remember that meme? He doesn't even have to click on them when he does that move is the crazy thing. I'm going to die here if Skarner had an R. Got him. I'm not the Q to get away. Ayo. I kind of need Yumi and Aphelios here. There we go. That's game, baby. Might be able to end off that. Never mind, GP's alive. Hit the turret. Oh, we don't have any minions and Aphelios just died. Please get dragon. Please. Run. 𝗕𝘂𝐀𝐀𝐀𝐺, get out of there, bro. What are you doing? It's so troll. He's trolling me. He accidentally canceled it twice. He was panicking. You can cancel the channel if you keep inputting different commands. Your Sunfire Touch does an insane amount of damage. Our Sunfire Aegis has done 3,500 damage. No one else's item has done anywhere close to that. Wow, he missed it. I actually need this blue buff. Yeah, look at that. 3,500 damage. Actions has only done 2,900. Aphelios has only done 755. Our Sunfire Aegis has literally done more damage than anyone else's mythics in this game, even though Action's way more fed than me. That's ridiculous. Sheesh. Action just going in by himself again. It's not good. Here's Caitlyn. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you're dead. Okay, held on to my Q there. I don't know where the enemies are at, but Brand's dead, so that makes me feel safer. Dude, I think we could just end here. Someone's got a back. Huh. That was awkward. Wow, that guy's really fast. That was cool. Looks like Yasuo's gonna maybe just end the game here. No one's backing. And red smite him. Yeah, Yasuo's just gonna end the game. I'm so confused. Like, no one's backing. I was trying to back and then Skarner walked into me. Alright. Looks like he's gonna get inhib. Hopefully he doesn't get inhib. That would suck. I'm gonna R. Screw this guy. Yep, he's a goner. Nice 𝗕𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀. Ooh, that damage. Just need a little bit more. GP doesn't have a single HP item or magic resist item. He melts like butter. Skarner goes in for the deep R. A failure surprises him with the QSS. That's the worst thing about Skarner, man. Even though his R is one of the better Rs in the game, it's too easily countered by QSS. It just makes it useless. Almost had it. Now, Action is going to solo Baron, which he can apparently do. Like, Riot, why is this the thing? There shouldn't be any character in the game that can solo Baron, let alone a ranged champion. He's full health. That's ridiculous. You do half damage to Baron when you're the one tanking it as well. So he did that with half damage. Outrageous. Oh, it's no fun. There we go. Got my Ignite on Yasuo. Oh, you got his Ignite on me, though. We'll just let Action carry from here. Now, before the game ends, guys, Action's ridiculously fed. His item's done 3,500 damage. My item's done 3,800, even though he has like 50% more kills and a full build. So keep that in mind. Sunfire, Aegis, and Amumu, very strong. As long as you don't fall behind before you hit level 6 on Amumu, you can definitely carry your games with this champion. Just make sure you take the runes and summoner spells I took. If you guys enjoyed this Amumu jungle commentary guide for Season 12, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, on tank Amumu, we had the second most damage in the whole game. Not too bad. Then looking at damage taken, Action had taken a little more than us, but he also had more Daz. I think if you take into account self-mitigated damage, yeah, we probably took the most in the game then, because we took 8,000 more self-mitigated. So in terms of damage taken, just add 8,000 to my score, which would be 41,000 damage taken compared to his 36. So we did take the most damage as well. Aftershock, we did 1,400 damage with it, and total damage mitigated nearly 1,000. Fawn of Life killed our allies for 820. Conditioning did some stuff. Unflinching did some stuff, and Cheap Shot did 1,000 damage. Holy crap. Amumu jungle, pretty spicy.